Welcome to this premiere edition of the Afro Sports Podcast. My name is Daniel Okwe, aka The Eyewitness. From Cairo to Cape Town, from Freetown to Nairobi, we'll be bringing to you the sports news and events across the continent. Find us on www.afrosports.online, on YouTube and on X, occasionally on Facebook.
Hit Web Radio.
Coming up on this podcast.
And the Victoria Pearls had started well at 27 for a loss of 1 after the first 6 overs of the power play.
We want to have men be able to join this cause and, look at us as collaborators, look at us as partners when it comes to the development of the sports industry.
So what I can say, the league is very, very, very tough and tight.
New and exciting.
Welcome back. We begin our journey in Riyadh. The 6th edition of the Islamic Solidarity Games successfully climaxed in the Saudi Arabia's city of Riyadh. A total of 57 countries took part in the 3-week-long competition across 23 sports disciplines organized by the Islamic Solidarity Association. Turkey was the most outstanding country with 155 medals. Egypt was 5th with 45 medals. Nigeria took 8th place with 30 medals. Morocco took 9th place with 30 medals. Algeria took the 12th place with 34 medals. Tunisia took 15th place with 18 medals. Uganda took 16th place with 13 medals. And the Gambia took the 41st position with 1 bronze medal.
New and exciting.
Let's head to Bangkok, Thailand. Uganda's Victoria Pearl were no match for UAE ladies' side in a one-sided encounter that saw the latter win by a commanding 10 wickets at the Emerging Nations Cup in Bangkok, Thailand. Cricket, Uganda's communication team member Ivan Sajabi weighs in.
In their opener of this very tournament, which was played on Thursday on the 20th of November, they lost to Scotland, which is the highest ranked team in this tournament, by 15 runs. Returning in the next game, which was played on Friday, the 21st of November, against Namibia women, the Victoria Pearls managed to limit Namibia women to only 83 runs for a loss of 8 wickets. But Namibia managed to tighten the screws, and the Victoria Pearls ended on 71 for 7 after 20 overs, falling short by 12 runs. Then on Sunday, 23rd November, the Victoria Pearls returned against PNG and managed to pick up their only win that they have in the tournament so far. The Victoria Pearls, batting first, managed to score 117 for a loss of 4 wickets in 20 overs, but held nerve against the resurgent PNG women's team and managed to limit PNG to only 113 for 7 in 20 overs, and the Victoria Pearls got a narrow victory of just 4 runs. Today, in that ruthless mauling, UAE won the toss and elected to bowl first, and the Victoria Pearls had started well at 27 for a loss of 1 after the first 6 overs of the power play. But due to a lot of pressure, one of the bowlers for UAE called Mahesh tightened the screws at one end, picking up 3 wickets, and the Victoria Pearls managed to score only 75 for 8 in 20 overs. UAE was flawless in a clinical chase where they managed to chase down that target in just 8.2 overs, winning that game by 10 wickets and 70 balls to spare. But the Victoria Pearls will return in action tomorrow against the host nation, Thailand, and the Victoria Pearls will have to regroup. Of course, reflecting on their performance, though it wasn't so good, they'll have to regroup swiftly, make sure that they pick that victory, regain their momentum, and pick some vital ranking points.
Hit Web Radio.
In Gaborone, Botswana's Volleyball Federation voted in George Keotsene as president following an intervention by the Confederation of African Volleyball President Bouchra Hajij in October. In 2025, the Executive Committee passed a vote of no confidence on Soletso Mangang-led administration over poor governance and operations. George Keotsene's task at hand is to kickstart the overdue National Volleyball League and align the domestic competition with the international calendar.
Hit Web Radio.
Let's have a look at some volleyball actions. It is fast and furious in Kigali with the first round of the Rwanda National Volleyball League closing by. Rwanda's multimedia journalist Amon Nuamanya connects with us.
The league is a very, very, very tough and tight because so far you can't even predict who's going to make the Big Four before the end of the first leg. Apart from women, maybe in the women you can somehow predict, but you can't predict who's going to be the first, second, third and fourth, because we still at least have here 4 teams who are now fighting, who are still fighting for the rankings. But for the men, things are very tight, but for sure you can't predict who's going to make it to the Big Four. So far, Gisagala is still ahead with the others. They are leading the table. There's Kepler, the second. You have Police. You have Leg, and APL. Those are 5 teams at least here. They are still fighting, so to be in the Big Four even before the end of the first leg. This season is somehow different with the other seasons, previous seasons, because it's very tough. Even the attendance of the fans to the stadiums in different stadiums is very, very electric. I think it's a season that shows that at the level of the volleyball here in Rwanda, it's now growing day by day. Foreigner players, you can say that their contribution, you can see their contribution, the improvement. There is improvement of Rwandan players. By the way, you can't even jump that. For example, when you see in Gisagara, now they have 3 foreigner players. They have Malinga, they have Alan and Jibril. But I think now you can see the fight from the guy called Willy Lukundo. So now he already benched Alan of Uganda. So he's a starter. Now the Alan is the second choice. You can see now how the tight the competition is here in Rwanda. So I think you can see for the live streaming, we have 3 or 2.5k people watching live. So that shows how how volleyball is sweet here in Rwanda.
Hit Web Radio.
In Kampala, the African Women's Sports Summit 2025 will open in the capital this Wednesday at Africana Hotel. The 3-day event, starting November 26 to 28, 2025, is aimed at fostering discussions on gender equality and gender-based violence in sports. It will bring together women from across Africa and beyond. The summit will provide a powerful platform for dialogue, collaboration, and transformation. We spoke to the president of the African Women in Sports Initiative, Dr. Mariam Mpata.
And we are hoping to achieve or to interact with great speakers and amazing, women from across the continent, and just be able to understand the things that concern women, especially the gender-based violence, but also to be able to network. And I think that's also one of the key elements of this summit, meeting someone from another country and hearing what they have to say. What are they doing? How are they contributing to their communities? How are they doing it?
Through the interactive panels, keynote sessions, workshops, and strategic network opportunities, participants will engage in meaningful discussions, share lived experiences, and co-create solutions that promote safety, dignity, and inclusions in sports.
During this summit, we want to come up with a declaration on safety of women in sports, a declaration document or policy that we can be able to share with our stakeholders and be able to have stakeholders implement some of the things that we want to see happen that can benefit women. We want to have equal pay, for example. We want to have opportunities given to us. We want to be able to be part of the leadership, be able to be part of the decision making in situations where things that concern women are tabled for discussion. We also want to be able to see young girls feel safe, women feel safe as they pursue their sports careers. We want to see women reach their full potential, and of course, we want to have men be able to join this cause and look at us as collaborators, look at us as partners when it comes to the development of the sports industry. And we believe that at the end of this 2-day summit, which is 27th and 28th, we believe that we will be able to at least make a step towards creating an ecosystem that is, a happy place for both men and women, a place where we can both aspire to achieve great things for ourselves, our community, and the entire continent, and the world as well.
Women rights advocate Dr. Miriam Matembe is headlining a strong panel of discussants in the 3-day summit.
This is the best radio station.
Simply the best.
In the world.
Simply the best.
That's all we had time for this week. Follow me on Facebook and X, Daniel Okwe. Join us next week for more African sports stories by Africans.